Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to do part 2 of the grow tent tour, and I thought that I would do the rack wall, if you want to call it that, and kind of go through that. So again, going to be kind of a longer video, but I will try to keep it as short as possible, and then we may need to do a part 3, but we'll see how it goes. First up is these ones I really have to kind of look at the names. These are newer. This is Marpasa by Clipiata. Again, Marpasa is a clone through Carnivoro. This is a hybrid through Carnivoro. Essentially, from everything that I can look up, Marpasa seems to be just a different name for Miranda, which is pretty cool. I could be wrong there, but it looks like it has the same lineage. And then it's got Clipiata. So what you can see here is it's got the growth habit of a Miranda. It's got some Clipiata, you can see in the leaves there, but it's got the colorization of a Maxima or Miranda, and then it's got the body, that bulbous bottom of a Clipiata. So very, very cool, easy grower. I was kind of concerned with Clipiata to see how that would go. This thing has done fantastic. The next up is Stenophila. I've showed this one quite a bit. Stenophila is really cool. This one is from Carnivoro as well. What's so cool about Stenophila is that it grows almost in a bush-like habit, so it will get multiple growth points on it. Obviously, this is just one; it's still a baby, but the large ones in the wild get tons of different growth points on them, and so I'm very excited to see how that goes. The pictures are absolutely phenomenal, so I can't wait to see those growing out. And they're very hirsute, so they're very hairy. They're covered in a lot of hair, so that's very exciting. They do like a lot of light, which is why I've got it. I'm not going to put this right in your face, but I've got it right underneath the grow light. Yeah. The next up is also from Carnivoro. This is IMaE. So this is a very, very famous species. That picture right there does not sort of allude to what it will be. IMaE gets very tall peristomes, and then they're known for their I keep saying very a lot. They're known for their unique upper pitchers. So I am very excited to see how this goes. It is for me, it's been an easy growing plant. It tends to get this sort of red look to it. I might have it a little too close to the light, but it seems to be doing quite well. It's pitchering very nicely, and has grown probably 2 or 3 times the size in a relatively short period of time. So I'm excited to see when it starts getting that well-known IMaE elongated peristome. The next up here, I just have another Bricksiana. I bought these Bricksianas actually from like a little stand at a oh goodness gracious, the word's losing me. I bought it at a stand at a community event. I bought 3 of them, so it's kind of growing there. To be honest, I haven't really given it all that much love. Probably should give it more, but it just kind of sits up in the corner and grows. Next up, you'll see a lot of these repeats. This was actually part of a really bad group of plants that I got, unfortunately, from Predatory Plants. This is Titan's Tower. So this is actually a small version. I'm gonna try to pull you over really slow of this big guy right here. And so pull you real slow. That is Titan's Tower. I got maybe 6 or 7 of them. About the 3rd time I bought it, they did not. The ones I got were not very good. They had thrip. Now I'm not saying they came from Predatory Plants. I've never had a bad plant from them. I think it had to do with something that they got into when they were here. I had them all clustered together. Thrip is known to attack young plants, and so I think they fell victim to that. But they've been treated. You can see this leaf is very small, but then this next one is pretty large, so they are healthy and ready to go. Next to this is Song of Melancholy by Bricksiana. Now, Song of Melancholy, I don't remember the exact hybridization, but it has Bricksiana in it. So this has Bricksiana twice in the parentage. So I'm super excited to see what this is going to do. Should be very red, very long pitchers. Not a whole lot happening with that. It is growing very fast, so that's exciting. We shall see how it goes. This next one I've shown a lot It's doing quite well, even though it started off bad, is the Splendid Diana by Truncata Giant. So Splendid Diana, it's Splendid Diana is what they have it here, but it just, they get like these upside down, perfect heart-shaped peristomes, which is just absolutely gorgeous. And then, of course, look at the color of the picture. Absolutely phenomenal. Super excited to have that. This is another one of those Titan towers that is growing. That was part of that third group that I got. Again, just like the others, it's doing okay, but definitely has seen better days. This one right here is one that I'm probably one of the most excited about. This is a Stoutier by Spatulata by Jaculinier. And now if you've seen a Spatulata by Jaculinier, it's a very squat shaped pitcher with an enormously flared peristome. And if you've seen in a Stoutier, they are like an exaggerated form of a Lata. So they get a really big bulbous bottom. So you're gonna have a squat pitcher with a wide bottom and a huge flared peristome. So I can't even imagine what this is gonna look like. I'm super excited. It's probably gonna look otherworldly. And what's so cool is Carnivoro, when they sent me, in this cluster there are multiple. So there was an issue with the ordering. They didn't have the right size, so I think they made up for that by sending me more of the smaller ones. So super excited to see how that goes. Next up is one that you've seen me feature a lot. This is from Predatory Plants. It's done very well. It was a slower grower, but it's starting to take off. Oh goodness, let's see if I can remember. This is, I believe, somebody correct me on this, but it's got truncata, northiana, ephipiata, veitchii, truncata. So it's got a lot of really large, really cool parents in it. And you can see, this one's currently available on there. I think it's called Talented Tower or something like that. Very cool. Puts out these gorgeous pictures. I'm excited to see how it's going to look. I can't even imagine. You would think a little truncata, ephipiata in there, but maybe a mixture of the veitchii squat body with the obviously striped peristome, and then northiana is probably going to lend it some beautiful colors. This next one right here is from Carnivoro. This is Passion Red, JB by Passion Red. So this is a small version. Come over here of this one right here. Beautiful truncata. These have had just such great parentage. Like the ones that I have just turned out fantastic. We got a small leaf rip there from me, but overall just a gorgeous plant. The leaves are beautiful. The pictures get this from the patient, get this very red color. Super excited to have that. This is one of the second groupings of Titan's Tower that I bought from Predatory Plants. This one has done fantastic. It's growing leaps and bounds, and I'm excited to see where it goes. It's already started getting that red. This next one is Cant Lie by Renward Tiana. This has been one of the slowest growing plants I've ever seen. This comes out of EP. These pictures get, from what I've seen, extremely long, bright green pictures. And so you see this one right here is working on it. But man, oh man, it's taken its time growing, and but I'm excited to see where it goes. Not a whole lot to show at the moment, but we'll keep an eye on it. Come down here. This is, I believe, Ventricosa by Simianensis by Cant Lie. If you've seen it, it had that one picture on it that was, it looked a lot like, oh goodness. What is the name of that? Anyways, I'll come back to it. But oh yeah, it looked a lot like the Highlander. I don't know. I just lost it again. So we'll go on from there. Very toothy peristome. It's very squat pictures. Excited. Velosa. That's it. Goodness gracious. It looks like a Velosa, but it is not. Next one is, this one is a very famous species. It's called Renward Tiana. Very excited about this. It is not at all an endangered species. It grows like crazy. But it does get these really cool, iconic pictures that get these very distinctive dark eye spots in the backside and the inside of it. So we no one really knows why those are there. They think maybe it's to attract bugs in some sort of way, but scientists still are not sure. And if they don't know, I certainly don't. Next on the list, I'll probably end with this one and we'll pick up for part 3 just because it's getting to 10 minutes on this video and I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer or take up any more of your time. This one is so cool. This is a Simianensis by truncata giant, but this is from Carnivoro. It's Simianensis. It's called Patches. So what you can expect here is big, enormous, squat pitchers with the potential for variegation. The likelihood is very low that it'll be variegated, but still it gets, you can already tell they're not going to be the tallest pitchers in the world, but certainly going to get big, bulbous, squat pitchers. Super excited about that. So there's plenty more to show you, but we'll go ahead and stop here just to respect your time. I very much appreciate all of you. I love catching up. I'll see you soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.